How y'all doing? My name's Ruben, and I'm with 5 Minute Warning. I appreciate the fact that you've downloaded our episode today. But of course, just to let you know, we are live on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can join and talk with us and everything. You can check us out on Twitch. You can check us out on YouTube. Just put in 5 Minute Warning and join us live on the show every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you for downloading this episode, and we'll talk to you soon.
The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5 Minute Warning.
Yeah, I'm not a racist just because I did something racist at one time, even though I continue to keep doing that same racist thing. Because once again, I've told you that a lot of white people's biggest fear is being called racist.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5 Minute Warning.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 5 Minute Warning. Of course, as always, this your man, Ruben, up in the house today. So, hope everybody's having a great day. It is hot as everything outside. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just get into it today. The topic is very, very simple. So, back in 2008, the nation elected its first African-American president, Barack Obama. He was a Senate Democrat who rose through the political ranks in a way that we were normally familiar with. They be a senator and they do their job and poof, poof, poof. Then they become, they decide they want to run for president and things happen and everything happens after that. So, once again, in a way we're familiar with. The man was a president first, a husband, a father, and then I would probably say he was a celebrity, right? He can't help that people liked him because back in the day, presidents really weren't like, hey, I want to talk to you. I want you to have you on my show, blah, blah, blah. That's also the boom of social media and all that beautiful stuff. So, there's that, but hey, somehow, amidst all that, during his 2 terms, the world fell in love, not just with him being president, husband, and father, but the most important part of that last sentence I said, what a celebrity, And so, hey, remember, even though anyone who was born American can run for president, there are also levels of that. You got to do your work. You got to start home. Then you got to move up to the state. Then you got to move up to either House of Representatives, Senate. Back in the day, that's how it was done. Then Donald Trump came, right? But Donald Trump's been around for a long time. He's been this rich mogul who had a whole bunch of opinions. At one time, people would say he was actually a Democrat. And then somehow he decided, you know what? Let me run for president. Sure. But remember, the company really, really knew that he was more important. He was known for saying those 2 magic words on TV. You're fired, on his show, The Apprentice. And, we elected him as president. So this dude who was telling people that he was fired, and now he's got to make more important decisions that affected more than just himself and his company, but now affects the world. Now, here's the thing, right? Okay, we had 1 term, now we're in 2nd term, but now I feel like everybody who's got a pulse, hey, I can run for office, and you know what? They can. There's nothing wrong with them running for office. But the question part is, should they run for office? Now we're talking about The Rock, and even Stephen A. Smith talking about, hey, I want to be president, or I might run for president, all this crazy stuff, Rock in 2020 and all that back in the past. And now, of course, as Mo B loves to say, he's not a fan of Stephen A. Smith, He's talking about running for president. I mean, because basically now with that Donald Trump's president, anybody can run for president, even though that's the most sacred office in the world. And, you know, everything just changed because of the way that happened. And now we got people out here like, you know, just kind of just being dirty, excuse me. Out here being dirty. But you know, back in the day when people were dirty, it was a whole bunch of, hey man, what the public don't know won't hurt them, right? And you kind of just moved on. But now people are running out here, they got Nazi tattoos on them, saying that they didn't know what the tattoo was. First of all, we're not gonna talk about that part, but on a side note.
But why not?
I mean, well, we may, but right now this ain't the discussion. I don't understand how you didn't know what tattoo was getting put on you. And that's a different conversation that we may have later today, but that's just what I want to basically come out with now, you know? And then they may win public office and things of that such. But when it's all said and done, everyone has the right to make their own decisions about who they vote for. But tonight, the question is very simple. Well, I like to think it's simple, but it probably isn't. Politics are way different now than we were growing up. I mean, back then, it was you move up, ooh, and they know who you are. Now it's a damn free-for-all. So, are the old politics gone, or are they just looking to make a comeback now? You know, because of the last, you know, I want to say 10 years, but it's really more than that. You know, so that's the question today. Are the old politics looking to come back? Or are we stuck with the way the socialization of politics is today? All that for that. So, AG, talk to me. What's your opinion?
My opinion is, by and large, it hasn't changed. However, I do believe that Barack Obama is an accelerant in this fire that we're in.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's really that simple. It's like, I believe that people were so mad or afraid or both that a black man actually became president. Now, Eddie Murphy told you this in Raw. He told you what was going to happen, and it happened exactly that way. But it's like, I think a lot of people who are angry and afraid are willing to do anything to not have that happen again. And when I say anything, I mean put up with a lot of things that they hate, a lot of things that they don't agree with. Again, I told y'all before, when I was a kid, we might have not liked each other because of our skin color, but there were a handful of things that we agreed on 100%. And having an SS or a swastika on your person or saying anything good about it was curtains for you.
Yep, very much so.
And so the idea that Elon Musk can get up in front of, can be a foreigner in this country at a very nationalized, patriotic event because of what it means in the vehicle that it is, being, you know, the political vehicle that it is, be at the RNC and give the Heil Hitler salute twice. He made sure everybody saw it, even the video screen saw it. And I'm like, and nobody said boo? For real? Yes, for real.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's where we are right now. We're at a place where, and this is one of many things, we're in a place where Barack Obama was the symbol of everything this country does not want. And they took it seriously. Because again, this dude was the guy that kind of put the fly in the ointment of something they had been trying to do since the Civil Rights Act was passed. When LBJ, racist as he want to be, was strong-armed because democracy was working right into signing the Civil Rights Bill, they have been trying to do Project 2025 from the next day.
Yeah.
So the day he signed it, the next day they started planning and scheming to get to where we are now. Barack Obama put a fly in the ointment. So two things are happening. The public that doesn't know about 2025, they still want it. They just don't know it exists.
Correct.
And for them to see a black man and win by a landslide twice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't even close.
I'm like, they don't appreciate that. And they had to put up with that for 8 years. They tried to get him. He wasn't going to get got. Ferrari tried to get him, because I don't believe Ferrari went to no black man talking about you want a free car. Nah, I don't believe Ferrari did that. I believe Ferrari was like, I can't prove this. Okay, so for all your Ferrari fans out there, I'm one of them, sort of. You know, this might not be as much of a conspiracy as it sounds, but when they went to him and offered him a car for free, that might have been one of them things that come back to get you. Like, yeah, he took money. We gave him a $500,000 Ferrari. He took money. He said, no, we can't take expensive gifts from people because of the integrity of the office.
And what did Trump do the first year?
See, we ain't talking about that dude right now. So for somebody who couldn't get got, the best you could do was a tan suit and a gorilla and your arms hanging out if you're a woman. That's the best you could do. And so since they couldn't get him, they couldn't get the first lady, they couldn't get the kids, they couldn't get any extended family. Everybody cool. It's like, okay, I'm extra mad now. And so what's the antidote for that? Donald Trump. He represents everything honestly, he represents everything this country is built on. Because like you just said, you were like, everybody can run for office. There is nothing, there's nothing like, sitting out there that's elite that will stop you from running for office, especially when you start at grassroots. But being that Donald Trump and his situation was so unique, he could start out at the top. And yes, you're right, Ruben, he used to, I think it's feigning, but I think he used to feign Democrat.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. They got receipts.
Yeah.
And so, but, he picked the one. He
picked where the money at.
Well, it's not only that, but honestly, man, it's like, you got to give this dude credit. He reads the tea leaves very well.
Yes, I agree.
He knew what this country was and jumped ship. He knew what he was seeing and jumped ship. Just like when I talked to my mother-in-law that day, I'm looking at her like, Donald Trump gonna win this, baby. It's too many people like her in the world of different age demographics to tell me that, that lets me know that this is possible. Mr. You're fired is, man, I'm telling you, I knew it before it happened. So, like I said, man, for me, I just believe that one of the biggest things to me personally, because there's so many things, was white folks having to give up their right to be awful. And then, going through all that politically correct stuff and everything, which politically correct usually, especially in the beginning, just meant you couldn't be an awful individual out your mouth. That's what it meant. It wasn't that big of a deal, but to some people it was.
You gotta be silent.
Right.
You can't walk around with the white hood on.
Sure. So it's just like, again, they got cops on wax, reminiscing about the times of when they could just hang black people for no apparent reason. This is being said on wax. They caught them talking and recorded it. So it's just like, if I'm white, I would miss it too. I would feel restrained too. And then have Barack Obama be the perfect president.
Oh, yes.
And when I say perfect, I don't mean everything he did was on the up and no, I shouldn't say up and up, but everything he did, wasn't clean. Everything he did wasn't right. And that all depends on who you are. And it's just like, that's not what I mean by perfect. I mean, they couldn't get this dude. No matter how hard they tried, they went in with a plan. We can't do thus and so. We can't respond like thus and so. All the things. He was like wearing number 42 the whole time he was 44 because Jackie Robinson had the same plan. I cannot respond to these people because that's what they want. And so meanwhile, he's exacting his plan, but the downside to being that good is people be that angry. So when his not reign, but when his terms were over with, and they voted Donald Trump in, he was everything they wanted him to be. Everything. So has politics changed? Is Donald Trump different than Strom Thurmond? No. Is he? Actually, he a lightweight. For real, I mean, when you think back about what politics were, especially with regard to anybody black or brown, I don't see the change. I can feel, I feel much more of the anxiety and pain that our parents and our grandparents and on back felt now than I ever felt beforehand. It's like things are happening in real time that it's like, wow, are y'all for real? Yes. So is it the same? No, but you're talking about the difference between people that have control and then people that are desperate to get it back. That's the only big difference I see is desperation. Desperation and corruptness, or corruption, I should say.
But I would say politics was honestly pretty boring.
Yeah, because everybody white.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, but you know,
and black people out here just like practicing respectable politics too. So it's just like, or you know.
But I would say there are differences, right? I mean, you had Bush, you had Kid Bush, who was pretty whatever, and then but before him you had Clinton, and then you had Daddy Bush, and then you had Reagan. So like, excuse me, and then before that, he had Jimmy Carter, and then so I mean, really, there's a time when politics was, in some respect, compared to now, just boring politics.
Are you sure about that?
But that's what everybody wanted. I mean, yeah, you have the occasional thing, but I mean, let's be real, man. Everybody's got something, Like, of course, Reagan's got the Reaganomics. That was big during his time. You had Daddy Bush, who had what was it? Operation
War on Drugs.
Well, no, that was more Reagan. That was more late Reagan.
Yeah, but Bush was a continuation of that because that's when Dare came out.
Okay.
Yeah, but Desert Storm. That's what I'm talking about. He had Desert Storm, and then of course Clinton, was pretty much the Monica Lewinsky situation, or how some people call him, unofficial first black president, which is whatever. And then you had Kid Bush, who had 9/11, and then basically, even though he was there for 8 years, he worked for the first 5, and the last 3 he just didn't do shit. So like, yeah, I mean, I would say, except for 1 or 2 things in there, politics was kind of boring. And then here comes Barack Obama, and once again, like I said in my beginning, he made politics exciting for a couple different reasons. 1, he was black. 2, he went to the young generation about it. And plus the person who he was running against was, kind of old school. So he was younger, he was just different, that sort of thing. But what I will say, like I said in my piece, the biggest thing was he's the first president since probably Bill Clinton who was a lot more celebrity. He became a celebrity. He wasn't a celebrity before. He became a celebrity as president. But like you said earlier, AG, he won't out here, biting on the dumb shit. When they tried to get him, he won't like, nah, I'm not taking that car. I'm not taking that money. I ain't doing that shit. Because I know I got to be damn near above board for this presidency to work. Because motherfuckers out there waiting. One thing. They just waiting for that shit. So, but politics have changed immensely because now, once again, it's more celebrity. And now you got people, like, I'm not saying that people can't run for office. I'm not saying that. But now it's almost like, even though, yes, the rule is you have to be a born American citizen to run for office, that's not the rule everywhere. But, I mean, you got Spencer Pratt out here in California. running for the mayor of LA. And I don't mean to harm or nothing, but like, what is he gonna bring to the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, then you got Stephen A out here who Mo B really loves, talking about, you know, like, that's, the problem is, in my opinion, the presidency has become too celebrity. It almost needs to go back. But is it too late to put the shit back in the can? So, Mo B, I know you had your hand up a couple times, so what's up?
Yeah, I vehemently disagree with you about politics used to be boring. Politics were never boring. You just were never informed. And now there's so many outlets that we have 24-hour news networks. We've got internet. We've got, you know, random people just reporting stuff. It's the same politics it's always been. Now, the face of politics have changed, but the actual political battle, I'm kind of with AG on it, man. It's the same. It's the same fight for. It just sounds too basic to say, but it's the same basic fight for white supremacy. It's always been in politics.
Why is that basic?
Yeah.
That's not basic. That's accurate.
No, it's basic because everybody says it, and it's like, but nobody necessarily differentiates like what that actually means. Like, I think you encapsulated it better by saying there's more desperation in politics now. Like, with these white people trying to grasp for power because they feel like they're losing it, which is really weird because I'm still trying to find the point in history in which they lost the power, because they really haven't. I guess they lost the face card. As soon as there was a black person in the face of it, they were just like, oh shit, throw everything away. Like, this shit is ruined. But even when Obama was president, like, the same entities that's always been in charge of shit were still in charge of shit. It just had a different face. And the only thing that's changed, like the Spencer Pratt thing, like, the face of what politics looks like has changed, because now we're so informed with information that we've all effectively become stupid, because now everybody thinks that they could be a politician because I've got all the information too. Like, that's the only thing that's changed about politics is the fact that at once upon a time, people felt like there had to at least be some type of qualification to do it.
Yeah.
Like, even if you didn't know what that qualification was, you was like, you gotta have something. You had to do something to get that qualification. And now it's just like
some sort.
Now it's just like, hey man, I got a name, I got a phone, I got a Twitter handle. Like,
let's go.
Vote. Let's do it. Vote for me.
And so, yeah, like I'm gonna put what Moco Cowboy says, you know, like, he thinks the most important question is whether or not Republicans exist anymore, or is there only MAGA? Now, I'm gonna table that because I do want to come back to that. Because I have a thought on that, but I want to table that real quickly. So, I agree. Like, I think a lot of it, yeah, we know more now because of, you know, information. But I've always been, for me, I've always been a staunch person believing, yo, man, we don't need to know every damn thing. Like, I'm a fan of not knowing every damn thing. And I think
that makes you a minority, right?
Correct. I completely understand
as long as you know that makes you a minority.
No, because that's like the whole, like, honestly, and we can talk about it, like the whole Iran thing, man. Bro, CNN knew that we were about to bomb somebody, so we told Iran, hey, they're about to bomb them in like 2 hours. Iran was ready. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we telling everybody in the world what we about to do before we do it? It is, and then, because
we don't have qualified people anymore, because now it's
exactly,
like, everybody feels like they can do it.
Exactly. And it's just like, like, because there are some things that we as people, normal people on our level, should not know. or we damn sure shouldn't know before everybody else know. Like, if we're gonna attack anybody, you shouldn't be like, I mean, like, the man did it. He did it the night before on the State of the Union. He spoke for an hour and a half about bombing Iran. And the next day he bombs Iran. I'm just like, I mean, are you the dumbest human on the planet? Like, that's just like, hey, I'm gonna throw a fastball right down the middle. I dare you. It, like, you know, and so, yeah, that's unfortunately part of the problem. Like, there is too much information out there, and everybody is an expert now. I ain't an expert, and I ain't trying to be an expert, but everybody's a damn expert now, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, I guess, but a lot about politics that we didn't know, you know, had we known some more stuff, like if social media was out there in 1970, you know, would certain things have happened? Would that change the world that we actually know it by now? You know, and that's interesting.
Why is that interesting to you? Because I feel like we have a prime case study happening in real time right now.
Oh, no.
That lets you know that even if they know about all the stuff happening, they don't care.
Well, I think the first thing is, who's they?
The people who want the power. What I'm saying is, like, all right, so if more scandals would have been known back in the day, it still wouldn't have affected the rich white people from wanting people to vote the way they wanted to, so they wanted those certain people in power. Look, the Bill Clinton thing, everybody was like, oh my God, the moral compass is just ruined because he got head from some random chick. And
that shit's going out the window.
And everybody saying 6 months later, even 6 months later, it was just a joke. It wasn't like, all right, we got to get him out the hot paint. We were just like, all right, but the economy's great right now. So, I mean, if that man want to get, you know, if he want to get topped off a little bit, you know, this internet thing is booming right now. So,
yeah, because Al Gore created it, you know.
Once again, what I'm saying is, man, like, I know it makes people feel good to think that the morality of our country is like way greater than it actually is. But at the end of the day, man, the only thing our country has always proven to have belief in is money. Like, how does this serve the people that have the money? How does this keep them with the money? And how does this make sure that the people without the money can never grab any of the money?
Yeah.
Show's over. There's nothing else to say other than
I will admit, I liked it better when it was boring too. Like, I liked it better when there was less scandal. I liked it better when the leader of the free world was like less overtly racist and stupid in public. You know what I'm saying? Like look, when Kanye West said George Bush was a racist that didn't like black people, like, that was shocking and appalling. Not because everybody was like, that can't be true. It was just like, hey man, you're not really supposed to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, and now we look at this president's like, I mean, we don't even really have to say it out loud now. It's kind of understood, isn't it? Like, it's kind of a given.
Yeah.
Like I said, the tone of politics have changed, but the actual doings of politics, nah, it's pretty much the same.
I mean, yeah, you know, information. Sometimes too much is too much.
I don't think too much information is ever too much information. I think the problem is too much information gets to a point where people don't know what to do with it. So when you have too much information, effectively you have no information. Because, like, right now, we talk about it all the time with our education system. Like, my kids have access to levels of information at speeds that when we were their age was unheard of. Like, just randomly, they can just say, hey Siri, ask any random question and get the answer. And we both, all three of us collectively agree this is the dumbest generation to man right now, because they have access to all this information, but they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, it takes them 30 steps to go from what's 24 divided by 3?
Yeah, the new math that they have to show takes 15 pages, yet they all use their phone's calculator. It's wow.
I mean, yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy. So, all right. So let's shift from that and go back to one thing we talked about earlier, especially in the opening. So we got this dude in Maine who is running Democrat, and look, man. I mean, here's my problem. My problem is very simple. Look, man. In the day, if you made a mistake, you made a mistake. Like back then, I felt a certain way. I changed my, whatever. But to sit up there and say, "Hey, I didn't know that was a Nazi swastika on my body." I mean, like, see, like now you're talking, you're challenging the intelligence of people.
Are you?
Huh?
Are you? Or is he?
Well, no, him. I think when you say shit like that, yeah.
You sure about that? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Because honestly, what you're saying right now makes a lot of sense to us. But what it says to people that look like him, it says, I can relate to somebody saying that, even though we both know we knew what we were doing, but publicly, we got to say these things. We didn't know. If I didn't know it was that hurtful, I would. All the things. It's just like a cop saying I was afraid for my life.
Yep.
You got the gun and the badge, and you're always afraid for your life when the guy you shot was running away. Okay, but that's what that is. So, what are you sure? Because I think it makes white people feel comfortable. Because especially up north, people up north feel like there was no slavery, so I couldn't possibly be a racist. Maine is a democratic state. And it's just like, but they still, I'm telling you, man, that dude saying that made all the white people feel much better.
Oh my God.
Because if he doesn't say it, then they got to do something about it. Because like I said, man, when he came out and said what he said, I was listening to NPR, and they were going through all these things, so many flaws that actually aren't flaws anymore. Because the name of the podcast episode was, "Does Scandal Even Matter Anymore?"
Yeah.
And it doesn't, clearly.
Not at all.
But it's just for the select few, which if you're a white male, it doesn't really matter. If you're a black anything or a person of color anything gender, then it does matter. So I'm telling you right now, him saying that makes his base, which is 97, 98% white, because of where he's doing this, made them feel so much better and at the same time relatable. Because I remember going, and this girl was black, but her uncle happened to live in New Hampshire. And I remember driving by this dude shirtless with a swastika on his chest. You already know who you are when you take the time to put that on your chest. Anybody that's ever had a tattoo or seen somebody get a tattoo, blood running down whatever body part, that's intentional. Everybody knows what they're doing. So again, but if I'm a white dude from Maine, I'm gonna feel better. Especially if I've changed my mind, or I'm ashamed of it, or I'm trying to hide it and be on the QT. That makes me feel comfortable that he said that. I can relate to that dude. I guarantee you 50% of the people that vote for him racist as they want to be. They playing on our face, man. They playing in our face.
Because all it does, Ruben, see, you see it as it's insulting your intelligence. They see it as you're justifying my own personal racism. Because, yeah, I'm not a racist just because I did something racist at one time, even though I continue to keep doing that same racist thing. Because, once again, I've told you that a lot of white people's biggest fear is being called racist. Not actually being a racist. They just don't necessarily want to be called racist. So by him saying, I didn't know it was that, my bad. It's like, oh, now there's like, oh, you know what? Yeah, when I called that nigga a nigga, yeah, I ain't mean it either. It was, it just slipped.
I mean,
I heard Dr. Dre say nigga a couple times, and I just,
I thought it was
Vernacular
cool.
slip, man. Vernacular slip.
I mean, so yeah. I mean, and the crazy part about it is both of you are correct, and he's probably going to win that race. Like.
I mean,
but
he gonna win it like Fetterman won, man. He gonna win it like Fetterman won.
The idea of being a racist, the idea of being a Nazi, those are not disqualifying factors in politics. They never have been.
Exactly.
Like the fact that for some reason I feel like you have cloaked yourself in the cape of thinking maybe at one point in time it was frowned upon.
Well, I think it was frowned upon.
Maybe overtly.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever overtly frowned upon. I think it was just something you weren't supposed to advertise too loudly in certain areas. Like you could do it, but you can't tell nobody.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like our swinger discussion we had one time. It's like, you know what? You probably know a lot of swingers. They just ain't out here telling you.
I mean,
that's funny. That is funny.
I mean, it's true too, probably. I mean, I don't know. I
mean, I understand where you're coming from, Ruben, because it's not the first time we've talked about something like this, and I'm looking at you like, huh? But I understand you because you are much more willing to see a person per person. I don't have time for that. So eventually I'm going to group you all in together because, just like you group me all in together. I don't have time for that. For you, you will call somebody an idiot if they're racist. For me, it's like, well, you're going to say the rest of it? But for you, it's not that way. And you answer that way all the time, which is consistent. So I understand how you feel. But I mean, asking us about it, huh?
That's why I also state when I tell Ruben, like, that also makes you a minority, Ruben. Like, your way of processing information makes you kind of a minority. It's not a negative insult. It's just... I completely understand that. I ain't got time to try to cipher out the ones, I'm just never surprised. Like, the older I get accused of being, like, I don't know, anti-white person, and I'm not. I'm not at all. But the older I get, the less I'm surprised by a white person doing something bad or doing something racist. Like, it's not that I assume you're going to do it, but I also don't assume you won't. That's just where I stand. It's like I don't assume that you are the oppressor.
Yeah.
But if I found out you were,
I'm not shocked.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. I wouldn't be like, oh, no, not Timmy. Like, no, I wouldn't be like that at all.
I love your names, Timmy.
This guy just gives names to everything.
I love when he says Zach. Zach was hilarious.
No, I'm leaving Zach out of this because
he was the one that was like, the picking the cotton, forgot what he said in the poster board to ask this black girl out to go to the prom or something.
Back in the day, something. But
because you said that'd be your one. That'd be your one.
Yeah, that'd be your one, Zach. That's your one, Zach.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of things these days are just, that used to be, I would say, at least frowned upon. Now, just like whatever. Such as, like any type of sexual assault. If you did sexual assault and you wanted to run for any office, like that ain't a big deal no more.
Okay, pause. When was it a big deal?
Well, I mean, I think I would say
I'm just saying
that's a great question, but it was always a big deal
on that one.
I would say back in the day, that's kind of frowned upon. Like, you shouldn't elect a pedophile. Like, that didn't.
I mean, we had a Supreme Court justice get elected in the early '90s who had all types of sexual.
I mean, I understand that.
But Mo already said it. It's not that it was always frowned upon, but it was only frowned upon if you were dumb enough to let it get out. That's when, like I said before, like the dude from Maine, it's just like, if you say what you just said about not knowing, you make me feel comfortable. Okay, I can relate to that. If you come back and say anything other than that, then I got to do something about you. And I don't want to do anything about you. I'm comfortable with you. If I am a pedophile, or if I like snuff films, everything is cool if I don't let it get out. If I put in mechanisms to make sure that no one knows that I'm watching this stuff, then everything is cool. Once it gets out, I am done. However, now everything is cool, no matter what I've done. Because and I have to be a white male because I am part of the machine that's gonna get rid of the black people. As long as I can be at least a cog in getting rid of black and brown people and protecting the white women and marginalize all the other women, as long as I can do that, then I'm good.
You got to have money too.
Well, see, that's unwritten, because if they feel really good about me, they will give me the resources to be protected. So I didn't even really want to mention money, because it's kind of like, if you either have to have it or you have to have access to it, it's not worth mentioning. We all know that. But what I'm saying to Ruben is nothing has changed. It's just that the only thing that's actually changed is I don't have to keep nothing on the QT. As long as I look the right way, I don't have to keep nothing on the QT. And as long as I don't, even if it come out, I know I don't have, I know it's not going to damage me, but as long as I don't admit to it, I'm golden. That's the biggest thing. And that's that desperation I was talking about. Because back in the day where you were talking about, even before, anything before Obama, what we're talking about are a white America that was still, 80, maybe 70% population-wise of this country, makeup of this country. Black people were just, whatever. They ain't nothing to worry about as long as they play sports and entertain us. We're all good, but they're not doing anything important. We'll let one or two get up there. We'll let one or two get up there and do a little something or whatever. But he's just a token. They weren't even looking at Chicago politics when Barack Obama. They should have put him down when he was in Chicago, and they didn't.
Yeah, they did not.
They didn't even notice that some of the more, ethnic white people powerful in politics were giving this dude money to go. They didn't even notice. And I'm like, okay.
And then they didn't believe it when he got up there. They didn't think he'd win.
Man, that speech at the DNC changed everything. And I'm telling you right now, those days are gone. Yeah. But like I said, getting back to my point, as long as most say, have the complexion for protection, as long as I have that, there is nothing I can do in my extracurricular that's going to damage whether I'm a politician or not. Nothing. Because what I stand for protects everybody, protects the interest of what people really want, which is white supremacy. That's why I don't like to dance around it. That's why it's not basic to me. It is the thing. And they are willing to keep the main thing the main thing. Oh, you can sodomize little girls if you want to, or little boys, as it were. That's fine. Do you still hate black people? Okay, we're good. As long as you hate black and brown, as long as you are willing to give, sell your soul to billionaires and oligarchs, I don't care how awful you are as a person. I don't care. Do you? As long as you keep the main thing, do you? That's what this is. And it's always been that way. It's always been that way.
And now for a commercial break.
How you doing? This is Ruben from 5 Minute Warning, and I just wanted to sit here and tell you about JTD Creations. They're the ones that made our shirts and even sweatshirts. They're pretty dope. They can put your logo on anything, shirts, jackets, hoodies, even hats. They also do Stanleys and all this other stuff. Anything you need a logo on, they can put it on. They can do it for one or two people, or they can do it for a group. It's really up to you. Hit them up on JTD Creations on Facebook. Once again, that's who 5 Minute Warning uses for all of our apparel. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. Once again, hit up JTD Creations if you need a shirt or you need anything for yourself, a family member, or your crew. And let them know that 5 Minute Warning sent you. Have a great one.
And back to the show.
And you know what? And in all fairness, I would like to try to be a little even on this. White people ain't that much different than black people too, because it takes us a long time to really turn on people too. I mean, how long did we still try as a people to pump out R. Kelly shit? We knew that shit was going on. Like, that shit was not a secret. It had been circulating out in the atmosphere for a long time, and we was just like, hey, man, that Happy People track do jam, though. That shit do
Step to
jam,
neighbor
though.
love. Oh, shit. That's
Like,
hilarious.
how many of us was like, yeah, man, we pretty sure OJ did that shit, but we were still also like, but we don't want him to get, you know, jammed up for that shit either. Like,
AC all day, baby. AC all day.
once again, man, I don't want to just lump white people as this, but I will say we tend to support our people just because we just want to see something positive, and white people tend to support because they seem to just be more inherently okay with their people doing really evil shit in the name of whatever they believe in. And what I mean, like you said, AG, the main thing is, hey, yeah, you do some shit with underage kids, but you know, them niggas on the other side of town though, right? You gonna make sure they stay over there, right? Cool. Then we cool with you there.
I'll pray for
Oh,
it.
we're gonna make sure all the money going to my kids' school, right? Not them niggas over there. Like, well, all right, cool. All right, yeah, we good.
All right. So, quick question, yes or no? Then we're going to move on to something else. Does Rubio get the Republican nomination for 2028?
He brown.
No.
He brown. At the end of the day, he's a Cuban.
Here's the thing. You think there's going to be a 2028 election if Trump's still alive?
I mean, I think, you know what? I'm not going to say what I thought because I ain't trying to get no Secret Service at my house. So
I'll say it for you. What are we going to say?
We'll be
Put it on a message so I can say it for you.
Nah, I'm good. We good.
Don't be scared. Come on, man.
I mean, Trump.
I'm scared of that shit.
Trump still got
I'm
like
good.
2.5 years to basically amend the Constitution and make it so that he can run for another term.
Hey, man, they got rid of Roe versus Wade. Everything's on the table.
You know, the Constitution, that's the brilliance and beauty of the Constitution is that it can actually be changed and amended with enough of the influence. So like, it can be changed.
2/3.
Yeah, so it can be changed. So everybody's like, well, the Constitution says he can't run for a third term. Well, give him 2.5 years. He got time.
Well, when it's all said and done, another reason for people to go out there and vote. Because
if they can.
Try now. All right, so one more thing that came up that I want to bring up. Let's talk about Mogul Cowboy's comment for a second. When he said the most important question is whether or not the Republicans exist anymore, and there is only MAGA. I want to let AG start with that because, I mean, I think I'm curious on his opinion about that statement. Is the Republican Party dead, or are we about to get a third option at this moment in time? Because they've been trying to get it for years. Is this gonna be the year? Is this gonna be the time we now have Republicans, Democrats, and MAGA?
No, because the way it is now, Trump's got so much political clout that Republicans, whether they like it or not, and most of them like it, they're one and the same. Okay. It's a difference with almost no distinction. It's like you can say that you're Republican and not MAGA, but who believes that? Because a lot of the things, for most of the time when MAGA says something and we're all shocked and appalled, the same Republicans that are trying to differentiate themselves and distance themselves from MAGA have always thought the same things. They're not different. They have a different name, and certainly they do or say things that are just awful. But what I'm saying to you is, like we just finished talking about, politics hasn't really changed. The goal has always been the goal. Before there was a MAGA, they still were wanting to do this. So I'm like, has it changed? No, it hasn't changed. So for me, based on the result, MAGA, Republican are the same thing. Now, I will say that the Republicans that don't rock, which there are, that don't rock, with the extreme right, they're just scared because they're scared of losing their jobs. If they had, because I remember Mo said something about like 12 episodes ago that's really important now. If you have term limits, you don't have fear. If you vote unafraid, then you generally vote the truth. So the people that are part of the Republican Party that don't actually rock that way, they wouldn't be afraid because you can't fire me because I'm out of here anyway. You can't fire me because I just got here. So I'm going to vote the truth. You have more inclination to vote the truth because you're not afraid to get fired because there is no firing. You're going to be gone in 4 years or 6 years or whatever the term is. So that needs to be said, because a lot of these men and women out here that had their Marjorie Taylor Greene moment, or they were never rocking with MAGA to start with, that are, getting the stench of the cesspool that they're in, man, I feel bad for them, because they don't want to be a part of this, but they like being politicians, and they know for a fact, because it's already been proven time and again, if you go against Trump for any reason, he gonna get you. And the first thing he gonna get is your job.
Which he's already got a couple.
Ask Texas, ask people in Indiana, the first thing he gonna get is your job. And this dude is the type of dude that will use his political weight to ruin your personal life too. Like I said, a lot of the lawsuits, a lot of times when Trump sues somebody or an entity, he just wants you to drag through the awful and anxious process. He doesn't want to sue you because it's baseless. But if he comes to you from a legal standpoint and indicts you, you have to go through this awful process that you don't know that you're going to come out on the other side clean. All that trauma, all that money you spent, he's just laughing. Like, I know this is baseless, but you got to spend all this money. You have to go through all this foolishness. Your life is on display in a way in which it never was, and I'm just laughing at you. If you are trying to hold on to power, or if you're afraid for yourself and your family at all, you are voting afraid. So it looks like you're going along with this. So in my opinion, based on all the information, MAGA and Republican are one and the same. It doesn't matter to me. You can have a red hat on, you cannot have a red hat on. If you're a Republican, this is who you are. Black or white, this is who you are. Brown, yellow, doesn't matter. If you are a Republican, you are MAGA. They are one and the same.
Moby?
I mean, he's right on. But I guess when I think about this question, I think about, I hate to tie it to like religion, but there's a very important historical figure, Constantine the Great. And he made a decision when he was in charge that, hey man, my society has been a pagan society, but this Christianity thing is coming. There's no avoiding it. There's no getting around it. So I'm just gonna jump on this. And that's kind of what the Republicans have had to do with MAGA, which is like, yeah, it's not necessarily what we like, but hey, just like we did with Christianity, all right, we're gonna try to make it at least a little familiar with us. We're gonna give some of these pagan holidays and turn them into some Christian background. Like the reason we celebrate Christmas when we do is because it's a pagan thing. Like basically the Republicans are just like, all right, we're gonna try to still get some of the stuff we want in the midst of this stuff that we don't want anyway. Because at the end of the day, it's coming whether we hear or not. And just like AG said, but what they ain't about to do is relinquish power to it. They're like, no, I mean, if I gotta shake this dude's hand to stay where I'm at, cool. I just have to deal. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know if that's a terrible analogy, but I feel like in many ways, the Republicans have had to kind of make a Constantine the Great decision and just be like, hey man, this shit's coming whether I like it or not. So I gotta just make the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, both of y'all right. I mean, I got nothing to say because you both said it correctly. So yeah, it is what it is. It'll be December. November becomes more and more interesting the more we get closer.
And it's sad. Look, man, as somebody who I mean, for a long time in my life, man, I just didn't really care about whether you were Republican or Democrat. I mean, part of that was just not being informed. The other part was just like, hey, man, at the end of the day, there's a lot more similarities and differences in the overall power concept. But like, I never thought I'd be to the point where I'm just like, man, I sure do miss some of these good old Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like think about, like, we just talked about McCain. Like McCain, when you think about McCain's like as a Republican, look, I'm sure he voted on a lot of shit that totally did not necessarily serve people that look like us well. However, he at least reported himself as a respectable human being. He didn't take all the racist bait, which people tried to get him to take during his, like...
His daughter sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about him. And at the end of the day, I don't know this dude from Adam, but like the way he represented himself on the biggest stage with all the microphones and all the cameras and all the people who are now part of this MAGA movement that were also trying to basically get him to do all the Trump things, like when he was running against Obama, you know, basically calling him a Muslim, doing all the things, and he would just never take the bait. It was just like, man, that's a level of Republican that at least back in the day, I'm like, hey, he might call me a nigga behind closed doors, but damn it, I miss it when they did that in camera though. Like I miss when they at least they showed us the respect like that, man. Like, and look, I'm not saying he was like, he from everything that we hear about him, he was exactly who he said he was. Now, do I always agree with the policies that he voted for? No, but there are no perfect politics. I don't care which side of the aisle you fall on, there are no perfect politics. Every policy ends up making somebody feel uncomfortable or somebody upset. I wish people would stop acting as if there is a perfect political party, that everything they suggest is all rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine. It's not realistic. It's too many people for policies that affect all people to work for all people.
Yep.
But yeah, I do miss those good old days where it was just like, yeah, man, can you just give me like a cool, like boring ass dull Republican? Just like a lame, like yo, I miss the worst thing about that motherfucker just being like, he lame as fuck. Like, if that's the worst thing I could say about you back in the day, like, hey man, he lame. I miss, give me somebody, cause like, look, man,
You just want somebody boring.
yeah, like I said, we can say a lot of things about Trump, but like, lame ain't one of the things I'm gonna call him. Like, he not that. Like, it's entertaining as fuck. It's all catastrophically terrible for most people that look like us, but it ain't lame.
I would agree with that. All right, cool. Thank you. AG, what's on your mind, bro?
The power to make lemonade
Oh, Jesus.
and immigration.
What?
Yeah, two separate things. I'm not trying to lock them together, but there's two things on my mind, because it's like, I read a couple of recipes that do like lemonade from scratch, and it's the easiest thing ever, and it made my wife so happy. Telling you, man, when you start out your culinary journey with respect to your wife's wants and desires, you are automatically on the right path, sir. I'm just saying. Immigration. As much as we talk about immigration, and as much as like foreign people act like we owe them something, sometimes we need to talk about immigration from the part where we're, as a country, well, I shouldn't say as a country because I don't have any control over policy, but people that make policy, have the power to make policy, need to correct the system. It's a bad system, and half the time it puts people in a really precarious situation in which we can use their situation that we sometimes cause to make a narrative about people that they don't deserve. We need to do better. And, you know, we have had plenty of time to not necessarily dismantle it, but to look at it and go, okay, this is that causation and that caused this or whatever it is. If we fix this part of it, we can move forward. If we fix that part of it, we can move forward. All the things that we could have done, should have done, we're not doing. And we're still not doing it. And I know it's really fun to vilify people in this country. We enjoy vilifying people in this country, especially if you're black or brown and you're not from here. But the bottom line to me is we are not taking responsibility for our part in it, because we as a country, from an administration standpoint, have blood on our hands, and we're making life difficult for people that don't deserve it. Because sometimes they play by the rules and do it the right way, and then we're not there to support them, and then we're going to talk about them like a dog and then put them on a plane to a country they don't belong to. For real, do better, y'all. So that's what's on my mind.
All right. Did the lemonade come out good, though?
Bruh.
I'm confused about the lemonade thing though. Like, how many ingredients can actually be in lemonade? Like, you said you were looking for a recipe for lemonade. I thought it was pretty simple.
Okay.
Am I oversimplifying?
No. But see, here's the thing. There are a lot of dishes. Like I told y'all I made a cobbler last week. There are 3 ingredients in a cobbler. People will buy the cobbler for $40. Or they don't make it, or it's being erased from, like, if you black or brown, especially if you black, you're from the South. Cobbler is kind of part of your childhood. And the idea that people are grown people don't know how to make one, it's lazy, man. We need to do better. Biscuits, another one, 3 or 4 ingredients and you're golden. It's like, we don't have no culinary want to. So that's why I said what I said about lemonade. I did go after the recipe because I wanted to be authentic. But like I said, after that, it's too easy not to do. And wifey loves it. It's lemons, it's sugar, it's heat, and overnight cooling. That's what it is. But more people than not will go out to Chick-fil-A and pay $50 for a cup of lemonade. And that's
a long ass time for some goddamn lemonade.
See, there it is. Lazy. There it is.
I'm not going to front, man.
I know, and I don't want you to, and I'm not attacking you either, because I'm that way. Everybody's that way. It's like, that's why I wanted to learn how to make a pizza so bad. I'm still failing at it. But it's just like, I paid $43 for Little Caesars. 2 things. I can make my own, and I should have went out and got it. But I was too lazy to do it. And I also said last week, or whenever I was talking about it, the other thing that is legitimate about making your own food is more time than people have to give to making their own food.
Yeah, that's true.
It is time intensive and it's labor intensive. And it's just like, when you add up the cost of that first purchase, like I've been making Chinese food lately. Spring rolls are super expensive the first time. The second time, they don't cost nothing.
Correct.
But I spent an hour. I think I must have made 50. Yeah, I made like 50. And I'm telling you, man, it's a lot, because I made so much mixture. That's like, man, you got to do it now.
Yeah.
You got to do it now. So rolling. I thought I was on rawhide. So I'm just saying, bro, it's like, you're right.
I'll let it, brother. I'll eat some of that for you.
Well, they're all gone now because wifey loves them. But it's like, I hear what you're saying, Mo, and you're absolutely right. But I'm telling you, people still don't do it. And because they have...
making sure that there was nothing...
No.
Because that's all I thought it was to make lemonade, but I was just like, I mean...
When was the last time you made lemonade? Well, you're diabetic, so that doesn't count for you. But when is
everybody say, like, it's been a long time.
But even in your lifetime, how many times have you gone into your own refrigerator or been at a family function or whatever and had access to homemade lemonade with the pulp in it?
It's nasty.
Well, take the pulp out.
Actually, I have a lot, just because of my grandma. You know what I'm saying? So when I was younger, that was all growing up.
Exactly. One person. Your plug.
Well, no,
your plug.
My grandma did it. It was that's when I started. So my mom did it too. My mom used to be real big on it. Like, for a while, my mom didn't even used to want to get Kool-Aid. So like, I didn't even know what Kool-Aid. I wasn't even on the Kool-Aid train that so many other people was on until later on. Like I said, I was still seeing the commercials with Kool-Aid, motherfuckers putting fruit in it, and I was just like, I thought that's what you did.
I need to have a conversation with your mother.
You grew up in a place that's special, because what I see now, and I see the effects of it, like, people in general, I'm not putting this on women. All of us need to know how to cook. No one really understands how to cook. Now, I will say that I hope we're coming out of that because there's so much information on YouTube. There's so many creators out there making recipe or like making food from basic recipes that, you know, we all know. But all I'm saying is it's like, it's not hard. It's not even that expensive. It's just want to. That's what it is. And so now it's just like, if I'm not stuck outside, I'm not going to Chick-fil-A for no watered down lemonade. Why? But it took want to, man. That's what it is. It's very simple. It's 30 minutes on high heat, 2 cups of sugar and water. That's your syrup. 2 cups of lemon juice or lemons or both. I put lemon juice and lemons, like real squeezed lemons with the pulp in the water. Put it all together, mix it. If you want it right now, put a lot of ice in it. If it doesn't matter to you, let it cool overnight. That's it. That's it. But do you want to do it bad enough, or do you have the time is the question.
Very true.
You know Ruben's answer.
He already said it.
Yeah, you know Ruben's answer. Nah, I ain't doing that shit.
Well, but I would say this. I think that one of the biggest reasons for my culinary journey being halted is because I'm only cooking for me. Right? Now, I can get it, freeze it. I can cook it and freeze it and all that stuff. But I also know myself. So, like, yeah. I mean, there are certain things that, like Chinese. Like, I think it's awesome that you cook Chinese. Yeah, that's not it. At least at this moment in time in my life, I'm not there yet. But I can cook basic, I can cook regular food. So I'm not like, you know, I mean, I cook like any type of protein. I can cook protein. I'm solid, you know. I've cooked a couple of those casseroles and stuff like that. I mean, so, yeah. One day I want to get my hand in some lasagna. But that's a lot of food. Because you can't make a little small thing of lasagna. I mean, I can, but, yeah. That's why I have to think about when I cook things.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I feel like if it was, I mean, I do a lot of cooking just for me. Just because nobody else in the house necessarily eats for me. But honestly, I feel like if it was just me, I'd probably cook even more. Because like having more people to cook for actually makes me want to be more efficient with time. It's like, all right, I gotta cook this and I gotta cook separate things. Like if it was just me, man, I'd be culinary adventurer, man. I'd be making all types of stuff. Well, I'd be looking up the recipe just because it's just me. Because I'd be like, look, if it ain't good, I ain't disappointing nobody but me.
Yeah, but I think I would say for me, yeah, I can see that. But I also have a list of other things that I feel like I need and want to get done. So when it comes down to it, like, and plus, as picky as I am, I'm also supremely basic as far as my food choices. I'm supremely basic. I'm that dude I could eat chicken 7 days a week. Like, cooking a whole bunch of different ways and all that stuff. And
I feel like you're making even more of a point why you could cook more, because like you're not even one of those people like I get tired of eating the same thing all the time. You just said I could eat this. So like you could just be like, yeah, I'm gonna flip this, I'm gonna do it this way, I'm gonna try this season, I'm gonna try to prepare it this way. And it's just you. But I guess what I'm saying is for something like that, I would have to plan. Like, and that's the problem. Like, cause so it's really what AG just said. Like, it's just a want to.
Yeah, a lot of it's a want to. And then you know what? AG's got a good reason to want to do it at home.
But you said because you had a good reason, because you kept saying you wanted.
My reason ain't that good.
You had a whole opening monologue on one podcast about how you wanted to get better at cooking. That's one of the things you were trying to do.
Correct. And every week I do something different. It's not cooking every week, but every week I learn something different. And I'm going to talk about what I learned this week different, dude.
Cool.
So, but yeah, it's not just about cooking for me. I'm trying to learn about a whole bunch of different things.
No, I got you. No, I was just simply saying when you were like, it's just me cooking, I'm like, man, I think that would make me more adventurous cooking because it would just be me. But that's probably just the way I process things too. But AG, thank you for making me feel a little bit better about the lemonade, because when you said looking at lemonade recipes, I just kept thinking, how have I been doing this wrong? How many different ingredients could you put in?
And that's why I said you're exactly
right. If you
right.
throw too much stuff in it, it ain't lemonade no more. It's something else.
No, I understood exactly why you said what you said. I'm just letting you know, number one, I want to get it right the first time. Number two, it's like, just people don't do it. They just don't. They just don't. And that, you know.
It's also cool you got Boo Love there to, she'll, that's good, baby. Nah, that ain't that good, baby. You know? So but most of the things you probably do is probably great. So she's like, hell yeah, keep that shit up.
No, well, I have to ask her two questions. I'll say, well, how was it? Oh, it's so good. Okay, what's the critique? And then she'll be like, well, he could have used a little salt here, a little heat there, whatever. Then I can get better. Her initial response is, you made me food I like. I'm over here doing a happy dance. But when you really ask her, what's the critique? Then she'll let you know whatever. Because I did the P.F. Chang's lettuce wraps the other day. Not the other day, but the other week. And her critique was it needed a little bit more salt. I backed off the salt because I don't really understand what all the other Asian ingredients would do for salt content. And so I was like, okay, I hear you. I'll do that. But all of the lettuce wraps was gone.
Yeah,
she didn't slow her down.
Did you have the peanut sauce too?
The peanut sauce?
The peanut sauce. With the, we'll talk about it.
Oh, you mean the dipping sauce? I didn't make the dipping sauce because she doesn't care about that, so I didn't have to make it.
Okay. All right.
I made her another. I did, but there was a sauce that I made for her that the base of it was peanut butter.
Okay.
And I made that for her.
Works, bro.
Say what now?
Whatever works, bro.
And so she liked that. But again, I made General's chicken. I made orange chicken. None of this stuff is hard. None of it is. And so again, I question, why not? Why am I paying all this money when I can do it here? Now, again, I will say, I'm not judging because I do understand how much time it takes. Because now I got to cut up the chicken thighs, I got to deep fry it, I got to do all the things, and then whatever. But you can do this stuff at home.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Mo B, what's on your mind?
I mean, I'm hungry now. That's
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's a good thing, man. But I do need to eat something. But and what's on my mind is kind of what we were talking about earlier, man. Like, there's just an abundance of information that the generation after us, I won't say they take the information for granted, because they don't necessarily just take it for granted, because taking it for granted would like actually assume that they use it all, but they don't use it all. They actually just let a lot of it go to waste. There's so much information at like my kids' disposal that I wonder how on earth they can make the decisions they make on just life things. And then I realized there is no substitute for the human experience. And I feel like that's the one thing that AI, the phones, social media is really taking away from like my kids' generation. Is like, I can't even count the number of things that I've made reference to just on this show about things that like my grandma said to me when I was younger, or my mom said to me when I was younger. And we've got a generation of kids that barely talk to people older than them, because as far as they're concerned, if the older person isn't sending them a message on the phone, or they're not on TikTok reel, like, they're irrelevant. And I just wonder if AI is going to completely eliminate wisdom. Because I realize it's not that the kids are stupid. there's just no wisdom anymore. And wisdom can only happen from experience. And what are they experiencing? Nothing. They're experiencing their phone. They're experiencing social media, which is just experiencing somebody else faking real life experience. Which, so yeah, man, I don't know how AI is going to try to figure out a way to replace wisdom. But I will say, anybody out there, man, who has kids, like, man, please try to make them pause a little bit so you can give them some actual real life world people experience. So they're not getting all the information from a tablet, a phone, or TikTok. And that's it, man.
Word. Thank you. First of all, before I go on what's on my mind, shout out to the average Joe's bear beside G-Mobi. He's been chilling all day.
Yeah, he chilling.
Yeah. Hopefully they win.
Yeah, we managed to keep him in business.
So yeah, I alluded to it earlier. I try to do something new every week. And this week, after about a month of investigation and planning and financial happiness and sadness, I decided that I am going to do a paver deck, a paver platform in my backyard. So I've looked at all the different ways. I had Miss Utility come out so I don't accidentally kill myself if I had to dig, but I found a way not to dig. Awesome. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on since like Thursday. I've got stuff down. The next thing I just got to put the papers out. I got to do some adjustments because measurements are difficult. A 12 by 12 should make sense, right? You have a tape measure and you do it. And then when you get the stuff for it, you realize it's not what you did, because when you get two board, they got paver things to hold the pavers in place, and they're 6 feet long, right? So 2 of them equals 12 feet. And so when you put them on the ground and you realize that 12 feet ain't your 12 feet, you go through a little bit in your head because, counting and doing, measurements. Yeah, you think you're decent at it. I'm clearly not. I wasn't off by a lot, but I was just off and I was annoyed by it. So, got that straight, got everything down. Sand is a whole bunch of fucking sand. Because if I'm not digging, I got to put sand down, which is fine. 25 bags of sand. It's a lot of sand. And then you got to flatten it out. Then I have paver boards, all the things. So I'm not done yet. I should be done by Tuesday because, as much as I love being outside, it was freaking blazing. I decided, hey, let's do it on the hottest 10 straight days ever. So yeah, and of course, after doing it, I started in the morning. I try to do stuff in the morning because the shade in the backyard is there. But at 2 o'clock, that bitch is gone. And I had to I made a call today because I was like, let's go get these pavers. And I looked at my watch, that shit said 1:30, and I was like, look, I already got a tan already. Got my phone tan for the summer already. I ain't about to become midnight. That shit ain't happening. And, I was doing this by myself, and I was like, if I pass out in this bitch, I'm waiting for the vultures to come, because it's gonna be a bad day. So we're gonna put that part off till probably Tuesday when it's 72 degrees and life is just easier. But yeah, man, the thing I want to say is, I'm not a carpenter. I don't build things, but I try. And, you know, the one thing I have learned is measurements are never perfect, and you have to be willing to make adjustments, which I have. So I'm super excited to get the pavers this week so I can put it down, put the sand down, spray it, and I'll have a paver deck in my backyard. 12 by 12 seems like it's big. It kind of isn't. But, you know, excuse me, it's okay. You know, it's good to put a chair or two out. And if I want to just hang outside, cool. If I have some friends over, cool. You know, and honestly, the other cool thing about it, that's the part of the backyard I ain't got to cut no more. Because, you know, I don't have to. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I would say, hey, it doesn't matter what it is. Continue to figure out. My thing is, I want to learn something new every week. And construction is definitely not my thing. But I'm in too deep now. So this shit may look horrible after it's done, but it's my horrible. And I'm gonna be fine with it. It's gonna look great to me. Cause I ain't had it before. And I ain't had to pay nobody ass load of money just to do it. So hey, you know, like you said about the food, hey, if it's you, and if it's bad, then that's your bad food. If this thing is bad, then that's my bad thing. But you know what? I'm gonna love it. And it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna be happy as shit because I actually did some with these two non-labor ass hands. Because these hands don't do labor. As you can tell, they're too nice for that. So, with that being said, I'm excited. I'm gonna get this done probably Tuesday. And I'm gonna try to do something else this week. So I can talk about it next week. You know, but hey, all I'm saying is keep learning, keep doing better, and of course, keep being you. And with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the show today. As you know, we are here every Sunday from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till we get up off this bitch. And of course, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us. Also, please do not forget about JTD Creations. You know, if you need some nice shirts, hey, you know what time it is. It's about to be family reunion time. You know those family reunion shirts? Hit up JTD Creations on their Facebook page. You know, they'll help you out. Good people. They did this shirt right here and stuff like that. So hit them up. Good people. As always, thank you, Moby. Thank you, AG, for being here with us. And thank you, people out there either listening to us live or listening to us later on the podcast, you know, when it's released. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Also, if you got any questions or anything, hit us up. 5minutewarning@gmail.com. Hit us up on the email, you know, that sort of thing. We love hearing about it. And of course, if you're listening to us on whatever platform, like and subscribe. That way, when we go live, you know we're there. And of course, when we put up a new episode, you also know we're there. So, with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody again. And we'll be back doing this next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? Because it's what we do. And as always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.